Okay, we're being recorded. We're switching over and we are all should be visible. Hello, I'm Adrian. I'll be the game master for tonight. We're gonna mess around with Maximum Apocalypse, which is a new RPG system, which is just completed Kickstarter, and I'm very excited about. I actually did playtest this twice, and it's very fun. We are playing with cameras, Theater of the Mind, so you get to see and meet our lovely players. On my screen, Becca's in the top left, so we'll start off with an introduction of Becca. If you'd like to introduce yourself briefly, since you don't actually have a character yet.
Hi, I'm Rebecca. I have never played this before. We'll see how it goes.
To Becca's right on my screen, you'll see the famous door, if you'd like to introduce yourself.
You stole it. I'm Justin. I haven't played this system yet either. Everyone, though, knows me as Door, a mighty barbarian, so.
Fantastic. And then to the right of Justin, we have known as Fox, Michael.
Hello, my name is Michael. We have two Michaels in the guild, so everyone refers to me as Fox, just to make things a lot simple.
Whoa. Let's undo that 1 second. I clicked on the screen and I forgot it's a touch screen. Now everything's wonky.
And other reason why I'm known as Fox is this.
All right, and then last but not least, I'm beneath Rebecca on the screen currently. It might shift later, but to my right is the one and only.
Uh-oh. It froze on my end.
The Dark Avenger himself.
Well,
Take it away,
thank
Noah.
you, everybody. It's wonderful to be here. Anyways, my name is Noah, aka N. I run the YouTube channel The Golden Dragons. You can come check us out if you want. The Golden Dragons on YouTube. It'd be awesome to see some of you guys there. And I'm so excited to play this. It's great to be here.
Awesome. So tell me, Noah, just real quick, plug your channel. What kind of stuff do you do on there? What can we find if we go find the Golden Dragon on YouTube?
Yeah. If you come check us out, you will see a decent bit of Pokemon and Minecraft content, along with some other games. There's a decent bit of D&D/Pathfinder stuff on there as well, from different streams, stuff like that. Very much a variety channel. There's some vlogging, some unboxing, just kind of whatever I feel like recording and hanging out with friends.
Some good wholesome content sometimes. Once I was watching and you were making a pig eat stuff that was not appropriate. I don't know if you remember that game. Okay, moving right along.
If you ever need to hide a dead body, pigs will dispose of it.
Well, that might just come up in this game now, so thank you, Justin. Let's cue some music, and hopefully it's
So
not.
you made a pig eat things then.
Yes, you can watch it on the stream recording. Subscribe to my Mike has a channel. Subscribe
No
to
one
him
came to
too.
my
But
house and we were experimenting with pigs.
so now in this
If you
game,
guys want a really good series, D&D series to watch with like animatics and all that, check out Fool's Gold.
maybe we'll put some Fool's Gold in this game too. I've never seen it. Shifting over, everyone should have a pre-generated character sheet, which I got off of the Maximum Apocalypse Discord. But everyone has picked out a kind of class and everything. You should be able, at this point, we're going to modify them a little bit. So the premise of this game, which is kind of a hijacked version of one of the pre-made templates in one of these beautiful books, which I highly recommend people go get. But we're going to take the template from one of their one-shots and convert it to what I want to run, which is Escape from the Zombie Apocalypse of Seattle, of which 3 players here are from Seattle, so it might be kind of fun. Everybody is attending a gaming convention at it can be an RPG gaming convention, it can be a Comic-Con, kind of
Emerald City Comic-Con.
Emerald City Comic-Con, there we go. So you can either, for character names, you can choose your name if you want to play yourself. You can choose an alias of who your character is dressing up as from an anime, game, movie, whatever you might think about cosplaying. If you were to go to a Comic-Con, you could be that as your alias.
Now I'm wishing I had watched Fire Force because my character's a firefighter. It would have been a perfect time to grab a character name.
Or finally, you can just make up whatever name you want. If you want to play Grimes, I think his name is, from The Walking Dead. Go for it. I don't care. We'll see who survives. But if you want to take a moment to put in an alias, you can keep your pre-made gender. I think we were using Cam, Remy, Terry, and Jackie as the pre-gens. You can reskin those to be whatever you want your character's name to be. And if you want to just take a moment to do that, and then just shout it out once you've decided.
Well, my name's Damien.
Damien?
I will not do that voice the entire time, I promise, because that will get annoying for everybody. I'll figure out a different voice, but I will be Damien.
Jack, the firefighter.
Okay, I think that's the source. So, Noah, you are playing Damien.
Yes.
Did I hear?
You got no volume.
I figured that out, yes. I was talking and no one was paying attention.
Okay.
I'm going to do a weird mix-up of my character's name, which is Remy, and my name, kind of. And just change the M to a V and call it Revy.
You're gonna be Revy? Okay, that's awesome. Did I hear, Michael, did you have
Captain Jack.
your Captain
Yeah. Nobody knows if it's Sparrow or Harkness.
Okay, we have a Captain Jack, and then Justin, what are you thinking?
I am Cam. I am a scientist. I have come to America. Try to help out with unknown virus.
Okay. Awesome.
High five up there.
Now, everybody's personal apocalypse. So now, in Maximum Apocalypse, the idea is the world has ended multiple times. Essentially, there's something like 9 or 12 types of apocalypses that can happen, and the idea is your characters have already experienced one, and so that's what's on the character sheets. We're going to undo that, and you guys have not experienced any apocalypse yet until game starts. So it is a zombie apocalypse for this game. So if you want to cross out supernatural horror, peak oil collapse, kaiju attack, and alien invasion, as fun as those are and as many stories as can come from those, it is all equal zombie apocalypse.
Survival of the fittest. So yeah, that basically sounds like zombie apocalypse to me.
Yep. And then lastly is with Maximum Apocalypse, you get a primary class and a secondary class. So they give you different bonuses and stuff when you're building your character sheet, which I actually am not experienced at doing, hence the pre-gens. So we're not going to change any of those, but just because you have a scientist / priest doesn't necessarily mean you have to roleplay a character. That's that for this game. They're just going to be kind of on paper to fill in stuff and give you the appropriate bonuses. But yeah, there's a bunch of different stuff that we may or may not explore in this game. We're just going to kind of figure it out. I'm still pretty new at this. But what we'll do is kind of set the
Peak
scene.
oil collapse.
Okay.
So mine is a firefighter Ronin.
Mine is a gunslinger firefighter, which kind of fits because I am a volunteer fireman. So that kind of fits.
Okay.
Mine's a hunter gunslinger.
Ooh,
Nice.
nice.
So are we modding this, or are we going with what the sheet says?
You're gonna go with what the sheet says, but for like reskinning, you can be like you can make it your own character without like messing with the numbers or anything. Like if you have a proficiency in like academics, then you're not going to change that. You just have that no matter kind of how you're playing your character. But this uses a D100 system, so everyone's going to need to have 2 D10s at least, a 100s die and a 10s die. And then the idea is you want to roll underneath the stat or the difficulty class. So for example, if you have an intelligence of 70, I'm looking at Justin's character sheet, then if you roll your D100s, and I rolled a 68, that's just squeezing by underneath your 70 stat, so you would have made a pass. Versus you have a math, I forget the terminology, but there's normal success, greater success, and then like a critical success. So a 35, which is half of your ability, that means you did really well, versus a 17 is like a quarter of your ability, and if you roll under a 17, then it's like that's a critical hit, basically. So you're massively successful. Um,
So you actually want to roll low.
yes, it's an inverted system, which a lot of the
I
games I've
rolled
been
a
playing.
I rolled a 96 thinking I was hot stuff, and then I'm like, oh, that's
You
Yeah.
not.
critically failed.
Yeah, you bring up more zombies, unfortunately. So,
Wait, no, wait.
um,
Just
for
no, Slovenia.
so for this game, you all should have unarmed brawl. I believe that is correct. You guys are attending a gaming convention when all of a sudden, everything kind of just goes to hell, basically. And let me put on something. So who? I know Noah and Justin, you've not been to Seattle, but you are in the convention center. So think of any convention center that you've ever been to, or you're kind of in a big concourse. There's big open arena, like walkways. There's 4-story building. There's escalators going up and down, kind of tape keeping people off. You have to have badges to get into the Comic Cons. There's lots of people in costumes and all kinds of characters going about, and you're maybe whatever most recent thing that you've been attending, watched people talking about upcoming games and all kinds of stuff. You're plugging the Dungeon Delvers Guild on Discord and Facebook and YouTube and all that fun stuff. Pokemon games, all this kind of stuff. When all of a sudden you start hearing screaming. We'll say that you're already a party or you have met each other here at the convention. Maybe it was kind of like a meetup. And you start hearing screams, sounds of terrified people, running footsteps, and shrieks of unworldly zombie noises. So,
Can I complete my purchase buying the samurai sword in front of me?
do you have money in your character sheet? I actually don't.
I'd be right there with that.
What's that?
So, you
I think
have.
if it was at a Comic Con, it would be a dull samurai sword. So unfortunately,
Don't know how much
A
it'll help
sword.
us.
Blunt force trauma sword.
So,
That is why we have
enough
fists.
power jabbing, it will kill something.
Yes.
so let's do this. You can roll a check for this. I'm trying to see what would make the best one. There's no like charm, I guess. I don't know. You're not proficient in charm.
There's charisma.
Yeah, we'll start with there. I've got this cheat sheet too, which I'm going to be kind of trying to refer to. But go ahead and roll a charisma check just to see if you can maintain the cashier's like attention as these screams are going off. So roll a charisma check. That'll be good, and you have to roll less than 30.
Oh, Adrian! Adrian!
You rolled 7. Okay.
I rolled an 89.
Okay.
Realized I wasn't supposed to roll, but I
No,
rolled.
you can all be at like the same like checkout stand, trying to like all pull your
I
purchases.
totally rolled.
Yeah,
I totally
I mean-
rolled a critical success.
Okay.
Nice.
I rolled a 3, which should also be critical success.
Totally critical success.
Okay. So we will give you some weapons then, actually, with critical hits. I know if it's a convention, they
So
probably.
if the merchant is trying to run away because of screaming, is he leaving all of his gear? Because
Yeah.
if so, we have to pay for nothing.
Yes, this is true. If you want to roll, there's a check for that too. If you want to roll
I
palming,
think now I'm going to do doing an accent.
palming would be an
Oh,
agility
no,
check.
I'm not trying to be sneaky about it. I'm going to grab.
Okay.
Yeah, fair enough. I'm just grabbing as well.
Okay, fair enough. We will give you 2 critical successes, right? Out of the group.
Yes.
Yeah, they,
I
So-
think
So we will give you
would you
2.
like me to roll as well?
If you want to try to get something more useful than component pieces, yes, because there's all kinds of manner of stuff. This guy is a kind of a LARP dealer. He sells foam swords. He
Is
sells.
it foam or is it metal?
Well, that's what you're rolling. He has
I
2
rolled a 10.
replicas, at least.
I just. So I just
So-
rolled a 10.
Okay, and that is for your charisma.
That would be to try and grab something.
If you were rolling a charisma check to try to like see, kind of you were in the process of trying to buy something and then it's kind of wrapping it up. So I will give you something as well. Need to go to, that's page 90. He said this stream was gonna. Yeah, you're just scooping up the components, so those are good things too in this game. We'll go over that in a second. And for any future viewers, if any, if Scott's watching, shout out to Scott, who's the creator of this game. But no one said this stream was going to be fun to watch. We're going to be figuring a lot of stuff out. But you have 3 critical successes, so I'm going to give you 3 blunt weapons, which are in the shape of like katanas or some sort of melee weapons of your choosing. If you want to tell me what you'd like to have.
Do you remember when we went to Comic-Con and they were selling samurai swords? I got one of those.
Trying to think of what I would grab.
Noah,
Well-
I could see you running around with the sword from Star Trek, Worf's blade.
Yes.
Klingon sword.
Yes. All right. I want Worf's blade.
I will.
Sorry. I'm
I
sorry,
would
that's
assume that
metagaming.
a mace would be considered.
totally
I
fine.
told you what you had.
So you would grab what would be either a sword or a mace.
Okay, yeah, you can have. You want to roll a die to see which one it is, or just choose one? Your choice. Because you don't get both. You get one.
50 and below will be the sword. 51 and above will be the mace. 58.
Okay. So what'd you get?
That was sword,
think
right?
he's-
You said 58.
Okay.
Mace.
Mace, yeah.
So you get a mace. Okay. All right. So a mace is going to be a heavy weapon as well as the sword. So do we have 2 swords and a mace basically amongst it?
Yeah.
Okay. So
Mine's a sword.
Okay, so Revi, you can add your katana. That is a heavy weapon, 2-handed. It has reach. It's 1d6 plus 3 damage, and that's same for Damien. You have the Worf's sword as well. That is also going to be heavy, 1d6 plus 3. And then for Captain Jack, you have basically a mace, like a bat type thing, and that is also a heavy weapon, it says, so 1d6 plus 3 is your damage type. Now, for Cam, the vendor finishes the sale and just kind of keeps looking and sees something off in the distance, takes off running. So I imagine you just kind of like look left and right and you just start scooping stuff into your shopping bag. So for you,
Yes.
I would like you to
Does
roll
what kind of damage?
1d6 plus 3 for heavy damage.
I don't know how to do this.
It does help to pull the cheat sheet up. I have that up right now. And it
I
helps
don't
a
have
ton.
anything up.
So under the weapons, just write the name of the weapon and then H. That is for the damage code, and then don't worry about the rest of it.
Oh, weapons.
Yeah, your damage is just 1d6 plus 3. So Cam, I want you to roll to see how many component pieces you can collect of this miscellaneous knickknacks and odds and ends. Component pieces in Maximum Apocalypse are basically like you can craft them into whatever. There's kind of like this kind of gray zone where you can get component pieces from like we're saying LARP armor, leather armors, and like a little toy knife and stuff. That those are component pieces, and you have enough, and you roll a craft check, you can make them into a gun. There's a mismatch there of like it doesn't make sense, but if you have the component pieces, they're just kind of like this floating currency that you can change them to be something else. So crafting is really big in a Maximum Apocalypse. If you got into an actual survival campaign, you could be going into cities and trying to loot cars, and you get a certain amount of component pieces that can create like filters or huts or stuff like that. So it's really cool. But you can roll, we'll say 1d10, I guess, just to see how many additional component pieces you have. I think everyone starts with some sort. Cam, you have 4 to start with. Actually, I think everybody starts with 4.
4 component pieces, you said?
Yeah, it should be in the lower right of your character sheet.
Yeah, I got that.
Yeah.
CP.
Yeah, exactly.
Not combat
I will
power
add
Pokemon
5.
players.
So you add 5, so you are now at 9 component
Okay.
pieces, and you've got this shopping bag that's got kind of bent over stuff, magazines from all the different vendors you've been. You have a nice new dice set, and I don't know, lots of data on zombie stuff, because it's kind of your undercover what you're here for. But in the background, you can see that there's people falling over the escalator at this point from like trying to get away from what looks to be like hounds at first, but then you realize it's zombies like on all fours, and they're tackling people and biting people, and it's quite horrific, and you hear screams. What do you all do? You're on the second level concourse, so a little bit over you see these escalators, one going up, one going down. There's kind of bridges around to another side where there's you can go on to like the next building and all kinds of stuff. Would you like to proceed?
Becca, remind me your character's name?
Revy, Revy. Think.
And Fox, what was yours name?
Captain Jack.
What was his name?
Captain Jack. Thank you. I just little notes. If you hear me say Doc, that's me referring to you, Justin, because that's how my character would probably address you.
Got it. How many floors in this establishment?
It is a 4-story building, and you're on level 2.
Hey Noah, what's your character's name?
My name is Damien.
Damien.
Good to be here.
Noted. It's contagious.
Yes, I decided why not? I'll go with accent along with you. We both came here from Mother Russia.
In Mother Russia, she comes from you.
Yes.
I say we go higher. We
I
try
agree.
to find. Is it like the building we're in? Is it like a mall?
Kind of like a mall. It's a convention center. So the way that the one here in Seattle is you have a bunch of restaurants kind of on the bottom, escalators which go up multiple stories, and then on each of those levels there's like main hallways with secondary rooms. So there might be they'd call it like hall A or hall B, and there's different speakers or events or like gaming type areas.
Theaters or
Yeah, all kinds of
yeah.
stuff. So you'd have like a convention center map with like an itinerary of all the different guests and all that stuff. And then as you continue to go up, then it's like the shopping district, which actually I think is on the 4th floor normally. So
Yeah,
we'll just keep you on.
shopping is up. Yeah.
Yes, that is.
For the Seattle one, it's past the bridge that goes over the road, and it's in a
Yeah.
huge hall.
I think the last time I was
And
there,
the
it was
escalators are a little
PAX.
further away.
So yeah, so I guess you'd be on the 4th floor if you're doing shopping. So you hear
Okay,
commotion going from below, just down the escalator.
So not being familiar with the building, how close is the nearest like map?
You have a
or
portable
floor
one.
layout?
If I thought ahead, I would have pulled one up.
Okay.
Yeah. I
Okay,
thought I
so
would.
I unfold real fast. Is there anywhere that would be adequate for like sporting goods or
So
weapons?
it sounds to
Food.
me like you're trying to make a survival check, a navigation check rather, which you are skilled in, so you
Sure.
get to add +5 to your difficulty class. So your difficulty for navigation is tied to instinct, but then you get a +5. So your difficulty is actually 75 for that.
I rolled 64.
Okay, so that's a pass. So you can tell that with where the downtown area is, and I don't know if I can post it in like the stream. I can show the stream, but I won't show to you. So let me put a map of downtown in Maximum Apocalypse. And can you see it if I put that up? Or no? It probably
Yeah, I
vary.
have here. I don't know if everyone else does that. 'Cause
I'm running off my phone, so I'm completely imagining that already here.
Okay.
Somebody
So,
help the old man read the map.
I got you. I got you.
the convention center is here on the map for anyone watching. You're 3 blocks up from kind of the Pikes. You're on Pike Street, and then Westlake is a shopping mall that's 1 block over. So it's basically like a chess L. So 2 blocks down, 3 blocks down, 1 block over type thing. And there's a lot more shopping areas down there. There's clothing stores, there's a sporting goods store, electronics store, stuff like that. And then as
Movie
you
theaters.
yes. Exactly, all that kind of stuff. So you're about 3 or 4 blocks from not a mall, but a shopping downtown core. And there would be a sporting goods store. It's not exactly close, but let's just say there's like an REI or something, an outdoor emporium, which is within a couple blocks.
REI would be a good place to go.
Yeah, as of right now, it does
Still
sound
know
like
what
a
that
good
is.
sport.
It's for like hiking. It's not so much like zombie battles, but you can get geared. There's stores in the downtown will say that there are gears, but it's 3 or 4 blocks away.
So, are we gonna say this is a universal sporting goods store, or like,
Yes.
I guess what I'm referring to is so sporting goods stores up here normally have like, obviously your main sports, hockey, football, soccer, baseball, basketball, all that good crap. But also they do have like hiking gear.
Yes. We'll
fishing
say
gear,
there is that type of place. Anything that would sell like
light
firearms, they would not sell that in the downtown main stores anymore. Not for a while.
No.
Okay, got you.
So your best bet for that would
so
be
basic
finding
survival.
a
So
car
like
or something.
machetes and stuff.
Yeah, those types of things are generally held
be
in the
the-
lock and key, where you need like an employee to come unlock the cabinet type thing.
Ooh, there we go. Thank you.
It would still be
Very good.
useful for
We should go there.
picking
Best place
baseballs.
to grab survival gear, MREs, backpacks, anything we would need. We should probably hit the sports center.
Baseballs will make great projectiles.
Yeah, very true.
Okay.
Very true. Very true indeed. Before we go, do I see anything resembling backpack? As we're starting to run that way.
You can roll. I don't think there's a luck skill in this. That's more Call of Cthulhu. You can.
There's lock pick. Is that what you're looking for?
I was looking for luck because in this is so
Luck
Call
of
of
luck.
Cthulhu is another game that uses a almost identical D100 system, but one of their ability scores is luck, and you can roll like how lucky are you in that game. So I was looking for that, but I don't think so. So we'll roll an instinct check to see if you thought ahead to bring a backpack.
Okay.
I totally would have.
So I need to beat a 60. I rolled
Wait,
an 82.
what is-
Fuck no.
Okay.
Wait, what is Noah's character? Sorry, DM could have final say, but what is your character's skills or your background again?
Gunslinger firefighter.
I'm a gunslinger firefighter.
Oh,
I got a 19.
I don't think I got
can't
one.
go to bat for you.
Yeah, I know.
I was gonna say, being somebody who
me-
goes shooting, I do bring a backpack, but that's when I'm going range shooting. If I'm like just out and about.
Yeah.
Okay.
This
I failed.
Me, Noah would.
you'd all have shopping bags of some sort to carry kind of your goodies that you get at the convention, but an actual like backpack. So we do have Captain Jack
This is my
has a
purse.
backpack, and then Becca, your
In real life.
your camera turned for me. I'm not sure why. You want to just off and on it?
Sure. I keep
Whenever you
flipping
go
it
to a
back and forth
convention,
to show when I
So
roll.
fingers crossed. Laptop is
Fine.
booting.
Awesome.
always, whenever you go to a convention, it's good to have something to carry your goodies in.
Yep.
Yeah.
And to hide your snacks.
I have white coat. What do you want from me?
So
You know, fucking
have-
Captain Jack has a trench coat or something, and he just like sticks his mace, and he just like when he whips his trench coat, he just like swings the mace out and just trench coat billowing behind him.
I do have a trench coat actually. I don't wear it much
So-
anymore, but I do have one.
So you guys are spending a lot of time kind of planning, talking. You whip out the map and you're kind of looking at what's in the vicinity, and you can hear the screams and shouting getting closer, and you can see coming through those double doors into the shopping area as people come running in and try to close the doors behind. They say, "Run! It's real zombies!" Need to know
Alright, time to go. Time to go.
how are
Let's
you going
go.
to react.
Well, I knew this day would come. Just kind of twirls the mace a little bit. Just like brandishing it.
Damien puts a hand on your shoulder. Be hero all the time. We need to run right now. We need to plan. Let's go. Damien starts taking off towards where the sporting goods shop is.
Okay, so if
Yeah,
you're at the
we'll follow.
shopping, you're on the 4th floor, so you want to try to find a back stairwell type thing.
Yeah.
Yes,
I-
to move away from commotion, to try to go down like a
Okay.
back stairwell, or even a form of emergency exit, like ladder attached to building.
Yeah, you can start making your way back towards that. Since you have the map, and you think you already passed your survival check, you can basically get to the back. There's like the emergency panic bars you open and start descending down. There's a couple other people kind of fleeing as well. Becca, your camera is still not working, so if you want to try jumping out and rejoining, seeing if that works.
I have it.
It's when I flip it around to show what I'm looking at.
I think
I
that
can see
freezes it for
What
me.
about Michael? Can you see it?
I can see it.
Okay, well,
Yeah.
Noah?
everybody on the stream can't,
I can see
so
it. Yeah.
I would
That's what
recommend
matters more.
exiting and rejoining. Otherwise, your cam's just going to be off for the rest of the game for me.
Mhm.
Which is
Can you see me now?
no, I told you you have to disconnect and rejoin.
Yeah. Reconnect.
Okay.
But yeah, you all begin to descend the stairs.
Okay, good. Is in front of us. Is it a like parking lot?
Yeah, so you open out
Street side.
actually into more of a sub level where the convention center is built on kind of a hill. So the street level's here, and then level 1 of the convention center is like a level up. So when you come out, you're actually underneath in this kind of shop tunnel, like a tunnel where like see like what's it called? Trucks offload stuff and everything, like load and unload stuff.
Loading dock.
Yeah, exactly. So you pop out onto
Loading
this loading dock, and you can see a bloody mess as zombies look over at you immediately. And then we'll need everybody to roll an initiative.
Oh, jeez.
I
Or
run the
is-
other way. I have no weapons.
Oh, that was a 1.
What do we roll for that?
That's what I'm actually checking. You might just have an initiative stat, and that is static.
Oh.
Yeah, because I see initiative agile plus luck divided by 10. I see
Yeah.
that.
So
here
determine
on the
surprise.
sheet.
Nobody
12.
is surprised necessarily. You know the zombies there. So determine initiative order. So I think you just have a static initiative, which is right by where your health is. So Noah, you have an 8.
My roll was really
Justin's a
good.
9.
Can I keep it for my next roll?
Sure.
Whatever I roll next was a 21.
So
I have an 8.
yeah, so Captain Jack is actually going to be able to go first.
All right. I'm assuming the zombies are like coming at us.
They're looking up from where they've been gorging themselves right by this kind of like Mercedes B-class.
Is there a truck
Sprinter.
nearby?
There's a Sprinter van kind of directly in front. It looks like they'd been eating the driver.
How fast can you guys run?
God, what's my speed? I'm looking.
Where do we find how fast we run? The character sheets are so different for me.
Yeah, for speed, we'll just say you run really fast.
Okay.
So
Oh,
fast,
and
fast.
there is a luck. There's a luck on your character sheet.
There is.
It's at the bottom.
Oh, there it is. Yeah, so you can spend luck. So if you want to boost your roll, you can add a certain amount of luck. I think it's 5 max. I'll have to
For
look
me,
at
it's
that.
3.
I think mine's a 4.
Where's the look at?
It's
Right where my thumb is.
above special
there.
stats on the right.
Okay. Okay, I've got
I
a
have
luck
a
of 50,
6 for my
so
luck. Get to do it
5
multiple
max.
times.
Yep, you have the best luck.
I am
Mine's
scientist
3.
after all.
Yes.
Well, I'm not sure if
Very
it's how
smart.
you're
Seems
supposed to run
applicable
it,
for
but I
Captain
think
Jack to have the best luck.
for now we will just say it's per game. You can spend up to, for like Fox, you've got 50 luck, so you can spend up to 50 luck per game essentially. And then for Noah, you've got 30 luck. Justin, you've got 50. Becky, you've got 40. So if you want to spend like 60 luck to buy yourself a success, you can, but then you permanently burn it down. That's the way it works in Call of Cthulhu, so I'm just going to match that, and then I'll look up the rule later.
Awesome.
I mean, as far as speed, I would say, I don't know, agility or half agility. I don't know.
There's 4 range categories, so there's close range, short range, and then after that you get into like a mid range or very long. So they're kind of very
Yeah.
kind of theater of
How
the
far
mind
away is the
style.
car from us?
The car would be short range along with the zombies, so you can move. I think
And,
it's. I think you can move 2
Yeah.
range categories if you wanted to.
And real fast for you, Adrian, down at the bottom on special abilities, it says luck mutation. Luck use per game, +1.
Yes.
So I think it's only 1 luck per game that you run. Like, I have the +1. I don't know where everyone else is statted.
So they have. So your base stat percentage is based off of 50, which I'm not sure. I guess that would be your charisma. Then it says your 6 max use per game is luck divided by 10. So that's 5 and then +1. So
Okay.
I'm not sure how that applies to it though. So if you're spending luck.
Is that how many times we can use it per game? Like the luck divided by 10 equals for me 4, so I could use it 4 times, or I have a modifier of up to 4.
Well, it says luck is
Or
the
40?
stat that is how favorable the universe shines upon the character. But I don't know how to use the luck is the problem. So dice roll.
Yeah.
So
Oh, hold on, wait. I have the cheat sheet up. Let me look and see if it has anything on it.
unfortunately,
If I find it, I'll let you guys know. Let's just carry on.
yeah, for
Yeah,
for
Do we
the,
want
I
to try
thought
to
I
get to
found
the
something.
yeah for Captain Jack, you're the first to react. You kind of burst open these double doors, and you're in the underground tunnel where there's a big kind of curve in for load unload, and there's a sprinter van with somebody getting kind of torn apart. You can see this previously human-looking man kind of looks up at you. His eyes kind of reddened, and he looks like yeah, and he's got guts in his mouth dripping out.
How close is it to us?
It is 1 range category, so he's short range. So you, as a character, can move 2 range increments. So you're at close range if you're in combat. Then next up was short range that you can like run up to if you want, or they could run to you at that point. And then after short, it goes to mid and then long range.
Yeah. Do we want to get to the car?
So you turn to your allies.
Zombie's a red car. Zombie's a red car. I don't think we want car. I think we want.
Can we
the
see
wheel.
how many zombies are by the car?
There are 2 zombies that you can see immediately.
Okay. Are there any heavy objects near us that might be able to throw?
You
Like
could
a rock.
roll a perception
rock.
check, which is going to be for you. Perception is a skilled, so that you'll roll under your instinct, but you add a +5, so you have to roll under a 45 for that one.
Mhm.
2. $42.
Okay, so that is just
made that.
barely a success. So you can see that there's a couple boxes of like luggage that the driver had previously been unloading. what are you kind of looking for primarily? Just a heavy object? Because there's also like
Something to throw in the opposite direction to make a noise to draw the zombies to it.
probably either one of the lighter suitcases, or there's even like a couple like cement stones, not cement, like cinder block stones that are holding up like a post for a flag that's going to be there. So there's a couple things you could throw if
I
you
feel
want.
like that's too heavy.
Yeah, that would probably be too heavy for a good throw.
Yeah.
My fighting skill sucks.
So we'll make a quick thinking, grab a small suitcase and yeet it as far away from things as possible to try making as much noise in the direction away
Okay.
from us.
Okay. So that sounds like you're trying to make a diversion.
Yes.
For that,
We need to get to a
I would
compass.
say probably intimidate, or you could maybe argue command. Since you've got proficiency in intimidate, you could just roll that as you're trying to like force them to look in that direction, I guess, and try to draw their attention.
Mm-hmm.
I will be right back. There was a noise,
Alright.
and I'm just gonna go make sure it wasn't anything bad.
Sure, go for it. We're only playing a zombie game.
It's zombies.
Yeah, I don't.
All right, here we go.
I mean, I have everything I need right in front of me for apocalypse.
So either one would be fine. 5.
You rolled a 5?
35.
Oh, 35. That's enough, though. So you are able to throw the brick, and then one of them looks over at it and kind of like drops down onto a very strange all fours and begins to try to move towards that noise. Next up is going to be... You're at a 7, so that would be Noah's next. Noah?
Hi, I'm back.
What
for
does
filming.
What does Damien do? Assuming you're not
Um,
really fighting zombies now.
Yeah. Did you So he threw that.
So he
correct?
threw the suitcase. It kind of hits on the road and kind of spills open. A bunch of balls and tennis balls or something, whatever trinkets are inside, start rolling out. And one of the zombies like drops down onto all fours and starts to, like awkward walk towards it.
Okay.
The other one is still looking at you.
Yeah. I'm gonna pull out my wharf blade, the replica. He's gonna kind of pull it out. These things are short range, correct?
Yes, or they're close range. You have to be up next to it to hit.
Okay. I'm gonna use one of my complex actions and get like right up on it.
Up to it.
Because that's one. That's one zone of movement, and then I'll use my other complex action to attempt to attack it because I have a heavy weapon.
I just imagine what I'm imagining is basically anime jump and roll.
Something like that.
So yes, you would use combat. And I am still.
Would I use my? So these are heavy weapons, correct?
Yes, this is a heavy weapon.
With that, would I just roll a heavy weapon check, which is my ballistic skill?
I don't. It would be with blades skill for fighting.
With blades.
Yeah, because if it's ballistic, that's ranged. So you would be rolling with a blade skill. So that's going to be under the 25 is what your combat skill is. Oh my goodness.
Yeah. That's why I'm like, can I get heavy weapon? No. Okay. Darn.
Definitely a gunslinger.
I rolled a 79.
Okay, so you like try to like axe chop this zombie, and you thwunk the blade down into it, and it actually seems like it might have even broken a bone, but it doesn't seem to have noticed.
Adrian,
Uh-oh.
can I roll to see if I'm concealed carrying?
You can roll. Let's see. You do
I
have
didn't
a lot.
think about that. I should have asked.
Well,
It's a conceal carry state if I have a permit, and
let's get
I
to
wanna
that.
roll for it,
Let's
'cause-
get to that on your turn as you think about that.
Because
So-
I'm just looking,
And
and
to
my
answer you,
fighting skill
Damien?
is a 15.
Damien, you're a foreign person in the Americas. You would not be able to conceal carry.
I know, it
It would
sucks.
be against law.
Not
Yeah,
legally.
and I have 70 ballistic skill.
Well,
What are the chances I still have the flare on me? Because that is one thing that's on the sheet.
if you have something on your character sheet, then you have it.
Okay.
But it is Cam's turn. As Justin, you would see Michael throwing the brick or the briefcase. You see Noah running up and smashing the zombie with the blunt end of his makeshift sword. What do you do?
I guess.
It didn't do anything.
So the vehicle is open with suitcases and stuff.
Yes, it
Okay.
looks like the driver had been unloading stuff, and 2 zombies got and wrestled him to the ground and started eating his guts. So you have the sprinter van with the big sliding gate open.
So there is no perception. Oh, there is a perception skill. Okay. I'm going to do a quick glance to see if I notice anything that would count as weapon.
Okay.
So instinct 70. Let's go. A 25.
Okay. The 25 is
So that's
Um,
success.
yeah, it's an excellent success, not the crit, but you get excellent. So you can see that the corpse of the driver, he is wearing a kind of utility belt, and let's see what he is going to have on that utility
Box
belt.
opener.
Exciting.
Box
Hey,
opener.
whatever. Nice.
Why don't you roll a luck
Only
check
need
too
3
for
feet.
me?
3 feet. A what check?
A luck check. Just roll. Try see if you can roll under it.
So how do we roll the locks? Just
So if you have what 50 luck, just less than 50.
okay.
I'm trying to find.
That's not happening. But, let's switch dice.
So yeah, if you do not have.
Ooh. 19.
Next. Ooh,
Okay.
nice.
19. Is that a crit success for you? No, not quite crit. Because luck doesn't have crit. I was looking at instinct. So yeah, so you can see he's got a combat knife on his belt. Along with his jumpsuit. He seems to be having some form of like heavy jumpsuit jacket. We'll say he's got a leather jacket on, which you would be able to recognize has armor point value, which can give you extra shielding hit points, and then also has component pieces if you wanted to disassemble it. So the body that the first zombie, which is now distracted, was trying to eat, he's got a opened leather jacket, which is maybe a little bit bloody from the mess, but it was unzipped, and so it's just on the corpse. And then he also has a combat knife.
Okay, I would like to take those off of the corpse, the knife, the combat knife or whatever blade,
Yep.
and the jacket, please.
So you run up, you kind of
So
roll the body over, pull off the jacket, kind of start removing the belt, and this is happening while Damien is like thwacking the zombie. That brings us to Revi.
So, what are the chances I'm concealed carrying?
You can roll a luck check, I suppose.
Did you say I could keep the last time I rolled for something I didn't need to roll for, which was the initiative? You said I could keep it.
He's regretting that decision now. He's like,
Well,
you're not having
he
a
meant
gun.
for your next initiative.
well, does the party as a whole want to get a gun? Do you think that would
Sure, why not?
be
Yes, very much so.
I mean, I'd love it. You have a gunslinger sitting here.
okay?
Yeah, I'm a gunslinger hunter, so
Okay, well,
you know.
you can have your 6-hour P938 9mm. It actually carries 6 rounds plus 1 in the chamber, and I doubt you have an extra
Ugh.
mag.
Yeah, no, you definitely only have that. But that's still nice.
Sig Sauer garbage.
It is
Be glad I didn't give
okay,
you a
so is there
238. It's a little 380.
sorry, kids. I'll go ahead and
Should give 3-8.
I don't know how drawing works. Do I
Well,
can
you
I
probably
quick
have
draw?
it in deep
Or do I-
concealment on like a belly band. Or are you
Yeah.
cosplaying as
Yes,
Revi?
yes,
Because if
the,
so, then there's not much room to conceal
the
carry.
the her Japanese costume. Let's go with that one. Her Japan outfit. Totally room to conceal carry.
Okay, so yeah, you have it in a belly band. It'll
Reaches into sleeve, pulls out gun.
Hold on. Yeah.
You hear
Let's go ahead
crying
and shoot
children in the background.
one of the.
The zombies are attacking everybody.
The zombies are killing them. They're just children. Keep going.
Yeah, they were fighting over a toy. They just took the little doll, and now they just left the toy, but are fighting over the doll.
Okay,
Anyway,
the zombie pulls out that toy
Fist
from the suitcases and like looks confused
And-
and looks back at the party.
yeah, let's
Lay down.
be like, I just bought a katana. I don't actually know how to use it, and I pull out my gun.
Okay. So you draw your.
Wait, what the
fire.
fuck am I thinking? Much better.
Yeah.
Now that you're outside the convention center and it's no longer guns not allowed. Okay. Are you wanting to shoot while the zombie is up
Not
close
gonna
to
allow you
Damien?
back in.
Isn't there two?
There's two.
The
One's
other one's by the suitcase.
Yeah, if you want to shoot at the one in the street that's a little bit further, you can.
Oh, we're gonna have a noise issue with this,
Yeah.
Adrian.
If it's a free action to say something, Jack just like probably sees her pull out the gun and he's like, "You probably want to save that for when we actually need it and not draw more to us."
Okay, can I stealth to the van?
Can I interject?
Okay.
Seeming how I am Russian, I mean drinking vodka is daily common. Do I also have potatoes?
If it's on your character sheet, you have
Make
component
ships
pieces.
suppressor.
You can try to make potatoes.
But what about
Makeshift suppressor.
having alcohol on person, buying it from the convention?
That'd be good luck. Conceal carrying the
Carrying.
Sprite bottle, but it's not Sprite.
It'd be like Noah drinking soda, but it's not actually soda.
It is G
Molotov
Fuel,
cocktails.
not sponsored.
So pause. Becca, are you shooting or not?
No, I'm not.
Okay, so you draw your gun and stand still. Okay. The zombies get to
Wait.
go. The zombie that's over by the suitcase shuffles around, kind of looks up, frustrated, and looks over, and you can see this manic. Let's see. Hold on, I have to check. The stream might get bumped. Here, there we go. The manic look in the eye of the zombie is kind of unsettling as you realize it is human, but it's no longer human, and it attacks you it charges forwards and attacks you. And I just messed up everything. Uno momento.
Attacks who?
It's going to charge at people. Just give me 1 second. I need to change this.
Oh, he's back.
Okay,
Back
there
on,
we
you're
go.
muted.
I'm muted.
No,
I'm
back on,
muted.
not you.
Okay,
I'm
so
talking to children.
okay, got it. So the zombie looks up from the suitcase that Michael just threw, kind of looks over, has this kind of wild, like hungry look in its eyes, and it looks human, but again, it's so deformed and kind of weird. And it begins to run, and actually is going to run at Revi, who's the one standing further back. So you're kind of forming a triangle. You've got Justin is kind of kneeling down, rolling over the body that he had previously been eating, and then you have Damien engaged with the zombie next to the van. Becca's just standing back at the kind of the doors alone. Even though she drew her pistol, the zombie charges at you. and is going to try to attack you. You need to roll a dodge check.
If the so I was where the zombie was. Is he running by me to
No,
attack
because
Revy?
the suitcase was thrown away from the van. He has basically a
That's true.
triangle
Okay.
so he doesn't pass next to you.
So I have a 67 on the dodge. I rolled a 30.
Okay, so you have just like reached down into the innermost garments that you're
Eric,
wearing.
your face.
You draw out. Oh, for everyone who's watching, because our cams are being recorded. So hi, Eric. Everyone say
These are all
hi.
recorded. So hello,
Yeah.
Eric. Welcome to YouTube.
Just over there in brains, like,
Yeah,
oh,
our
this is what
honorary
zombies do.
zombie.
We have our zombie.
You'll be the audience, Eric, so long as you're here, and I'll defer to you for some things.
He's
How
going to
about
be
that?
the zombie noises.
I just
What
playing
Eric
normal-
do the screams of the perilous victims?
playing D&D, numbers like 67 and 30 are like, what?
Maximum apocalypse.
Yeah. So the zombie charges at Revy, but because you've just pulled out your gun, you're kind of like you're aware of what's going on. You jump out of the way as the claws rake down to where you just were. And that was the first one. The other one is right up close next to Damien, and he is going to try to bite you. And I believe you will
He's probably
need.
not happy with me.
Yes, you will need to
Alright.
roll a dodge attack, a dodge as well.
Where is
And
dodge
for
on
your
the
dodge, that
chart?
should be under agility, I would believe, but actually I'm not seeing it. Oh, it's under armor.
Oh, I found
Give
it.
me like 2 seconds. I'm going to test something.
Okay. There he goes.
Yeah, it's fine. He'll be back.
So do I need to do dodge or full dodge?
You roll a dodge, just normal.
86.
Okay.
There's
So-
no way.
So the zombie bites into your shoulder, and you have no armor on. I don't believe no one's taken time to craft anything with that. You must now make an immunity roll, as this is a disease
jeez.
bite. So immunity is going to be under to the right of your initiative.
42.
Is that a fail?
I didn't pass.
Okay.
That's a fail.
So you feel pain as the teeth, the human teeth of all things,
It
they're
was
not
nice
even
knowing you.
sharp, but they bite into your shoulder and tear, and you shove the zombie away, and there's a burning in your shoulder like nothing you've ever felt before. That's their turn, and it's going to go back to initiative, and I think actually that is Fox. Michael, you get to go next.
All right,
How
so
much damage do you take?
For damage, 2d4. So if you can roll 2d4 for me.
Yeah. We'll roll meta ones. Please roll low. I rolled 4 total.
Okay, so you take 4 points of damage from that bite, and that is for
Nice.
you out of 15. So it's gnarly. Like, I mean, I'm sure if you do anything in the fire department, you've probably seen wounds before. It's kind of gnarly. Like, there's cuts, and then there's deep cuts. It's kind of a deeper cut. Some you could pack and bandage pretty easily, but just blood flows.
Yeah. Justin, by the way, you are muted.
But your cam is working good, and I think your computer's on.
Yeah.
So, Captain Jack, what do you do?
So I see the zombie going after my friend holding the pistol, so I'm going to go after it from behind with my mace.
Okay, yeah, you kind of flank into it and get it from behind. You have a good total like sucker punch type back of the head strike. For that, I don't know if there's flanking in this, but we'll say you get at least a +5. How about that? Because
Okay. So
no, actually there is advantage. So we'll give you advantages if you had a time to take aim type thing. How about that?
23.
Okay, so 23 for you. That is a hit with an unarmed.
You're
Actually-
muted.
Using using the mace.
That's true. You do have the mace, and that was 1d6 + 3. Was it? I didn't write it down on your
Yes,
sheets.
26.
Can you guys hear me?
Yes.
5, so 8 damage.
Okay, so you like mace baseball bat style to the back of the head, and it lurches forwards, and you can see bits of skull and hair is chipped away, and you can see what's kind of beneath there, a big bloody mess. But it reels and rights itself. It is still up. So that is Fox. So that is Damien next.
With help to unmute.
Just a little bit.
God, my arm. That's what really hurt. I'm gonna hit him back. I'm gonna try. This one hasn't failed me yet. All right, roll out. That's a 31.
Okay, a 31
not
is
enough.
not enough. So
This
you
mine's 25.
you smack him
No.
across the chest, but the blade that you have is a replica. It's not cutting. If this thing was actually alive, like you probably cracked a rib, but it's not affecting the zombie. You want to try to move it all, or just kind of stay there? It's pinned almost between the van and yourself. Do you want to try to do anything else?
I want to. Is perception? Perception's a reaction. Okay. I would love to roll perception, because I know we've seen that the one guy has a knife on him. I want to see if I see that.
Okay. Yeah. So you can roll a perception check. Yeah. Go for it.
That was 57. So that is under my. That is
Okay.
under, and I do have perception. I have proficiency. So.
Okay. So yeah. So
that is- that's
you're
plus.
you're able to see that Cam basically is just taking off the belt as you speak, and he's obtaining that combat knife that's on it. With a 57, you also see the zombie that just bit you. It looks to be carrying a shoulder holster underneath its jacket, though you don't see any firearm
Oh.
in it. It's empty, it seems.
Darn it. That was my reaction. I don't have. I'm just gonna cut. I don't know if this will help me at all, but I'm gonna kind of hold the blade in like more of a defensive stance.
Okay.
I'm gonna like try and defend. Hopefully, attempt to make it a little harder for him to hit me, but that's your choice.
Okay.
You can be-
So
Don't hit me.
So you can like attempt a parry or a riposte. Actually, these are things that I think we really went over, which I probably shouldn't
Yeah,
have. But
I got my.
there's ways
I
like
got
when
my
you
thing.
got bit, you can try to do stuff back at him. And I wish I had spent a
Oh, I
little bit
could've
more
reacted.
time to do that. But yeah, we'll
That's
say
fine.
if
Don't
you
worry
want to
about it.
take I guess a full dodge for next turn or a parry. I think full dodge is probably better for you.
Yeah. I
And
would love to take a full dodge.
without like going through this book while we're playing, we're just gonna give you the full dodge for your next one as you're kind of like backing up and trying to shield yourself. Revi.
Seeing my friend just got bit, I'm actually gonna shoot my guns now.
Okay.
Okay. So there is a zombie that is closer to me
Yeah,
because
it's
I
like-
was in like the further
it's
part of like a
right-
triangle.
It's right up next to you, in front of you, just backed up against almost like the open doorway from where the stairwell was behind you, and then you see Captain Jack just coming up and he baseball bats him in the back of the head, causing the zombie to just stumble forwards to you. But as it kind of lifts its head up, its kind of bloodshot red eyes look at you, and its jaws open. It's still alive.
At me?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and shoot it.
So
32. And that is a critical well, not a it's a half success. What's a
Okay. So that means you get to hit him. It's
well, I think it's that. I'm not sure. I didn't have stats for my gun. But I have proficiency with firearms and wait.
so
I
it
don't
would
know
be
what my
on.
stats would be
So your
for this.
proficiency with firearms is going to give you under 60. So what did you roll? 35?
I rolled 32.
32. So yeah, it's just a
Oh,
normal
sorry, I was
success
looking at
then.
my.
So this is also a heavy die, so it's 1d6 plus 3 for a 9mm.
Okay, I have proficiency with firearms. And how would I do? How would I do the stats for that?
So proficient gives you no negatives. Skilled gives you a bonus, and then trained and master increases up. So there's nothing else except that you hit him.
So the DC would be 60. Half would be 30. 1/4 would be 15.
Yeah, so
Correct?
it's the same as your ballistic
Ammo.
skill. And then you can roll 1d6 plus 3 for the
Ballistic.
damage.
Damage. 1d6 plus 3. 3 plus 3, 6 total
So
damage.
6. So how do you want to kill him? You shot one round at him, and that
It
exploded
opened
something.
its mouth at me. I'm aiming for its mouth, like that.
Okay.
Like I just
Kind of.
imagine, just like High School of the Dead, you stick your gun in its mouth and just like your breath's safe.
Or we could say I aimed for his mouth, miss, hit his neck, and his head falls off.
Yeah. Well, because you're point blank, and even if you're shooting a hollow point at that range, it's not gonna like erupt the whole head. The back of the neck, if that's where he shot was through the mouth, it explodes in kind of maybe a palm-sized manner, which kind of sprays a little bit of gunk onto Michael. But the
And how
the
many rounds
flan
did you say I have?
well, your gun
7?
has
So
7
no, I'm
rounds.
at
If you had
6.
one chambered, I trust that you're smart enough to at least have a bullet in the chamber. So, boom, and then the zombie just kind of collapses down, and everybody's ears ring for a moment, and that will go to Cam, who's next. Is Cam still on, or did we lose him? Actually, Cam.
Once again, it would help to be unmuted. He had an error somewhere. He said he'll be back in a minute.
Okay, so the zombie would get to go. So Eric, if you're a zombie, and you've just had a tasty morsel of Noah's shoulder a little bit, and he's trying to hit you with a sword. But on the other hand, you also have this white-coated laboratorian guy who was doing something with the food that you were eating, which used to be the van driver. What would you do? Would you go for the tasty snack that's standing, or would you go for the one that's eating your old dinner or bending over your old dinner?
Well, if it's a buffet, there's always a variety of food, and if it's always got a bite of one person, the other brains might taste better too. So like sample everything.
That's fantastic. Okay, Justin, are you with us? Any tech difficulties resolved, or?
No, but I'm on my phone again.
Okay, so
I'm a little
you've
upsetty. Sorry.
you've
What happened?
removed this leather jacket off of the old van driver. You've pulled off his belt, and you have this combat knife. And as you're looking up, you see the zombie looking down at you from Damien, who he just took a chunk out of, and now he looks down at you. But it is your turn. What do you do?
So the zombie took a chunk out of Damien, or
Yes.
Damien took a chunk out of the zombie?
Zombie took a chunk out of me.
Yeah, his shoulders opened a little bit.
Claws or teeth?
Teeth.
Oh dear. Sorry, Damien, you're dead, man. So wielding the combat knife, which I am proficient with the blades. I guess I'm going to try to stab the zombie.
Okay. You want to go shank him?
Yes.
Okay, go for it. So you would roll a blades check. So for you, that's less than 25.
I roll 88.
Okay. Yeah, you shank him. He looks at you. And then Eric, if you had just gotten stabbed and you have a hunger for flesh, would you claw or would you just lean in and take a bite?
I can see the debate in his eyes.
He. I guess if you're asking, I wasn't expecting that question. I was expecting to enjoy the listening, but I don't know if he's hungry. Going for a bite. I mean,
Okay. So Justin, I will need you to roll a dodge check against this zombie as he goes. His mouth already kind of blood and stuff from previous meals, and then he kind of leans over and tries to take a bite out of you as well.
109.
That would be 19.
109.
Did you do right? 0, 0, and then 9?
Zeros are just 0, right?
Yeah.
9.
Yeah.
So yeah, that is a
Sorry.
a massive dodge. So you yank your blade out and like leap back. You can choose. I think if I'm remembering, I haven't looked it up, but if I remember correctly, if you roll that good on your dodge, I think that you. I'm not sure what happened, but I think you can actually do a parry or a riposte if you want, because you rolled a 9. You could do any of them. So if you want to riposte, you can kind of parry and then attack again, and then you would roll minus initiative. I'm not sure what that is.
Justin, if you are talking right now, we can't hear you. You're muted, I believe. And
We'll
your
see.
cam is also not on.
Yeah, we'll say if you want to riposte, you can just make another free attack at him. Again, not sure if that's rules as written, but
I don't know where he went.
I think he's trying to figure out the laptop too. So we'll say that he gets a free attack back, but then it would go back to the top of the round, and then that's going to be back to Michael. Captain Jack. So right in front of you, bam! Just spray of brain splatter, kind of like, and then the zombie falls down. If you were to spin around, you can see both Damien and Cam are like almost pinning the zombie up and kind of cornering him against the open sprinter van, but Damien's kind of like has a hand to his shoulder.
Noah, high or low?
Huh?
High or low? This is going to determine what his thoughts are at the moment.
Low.
No, they're probably fine. They look like they've got it. He's going to like check the body that they just took out.
Okay. So you can roll I guess a perception?
All right.
They don't have a search. So yeah, perception.
So 16.
A 16 for you. That is a medium success. So you are going to be able to retrieve 1d10 component pieces if you would like to roll that. And you can find that inside his jacket, he's got stuff like a leather wallet. He's got a smartphone in there. He's got like a multi-tool, a couple good things that you can grab, which can all be utilized for what they are, or it can be more component pieces.
So I rolled an 8 on the dice.
Okay.
You said there was a smartphone?
Yes, so if you use them as component pieces, then there will be 8 total pieces, but you have a smartphone, you have a wallet, and you have a multi-tool. So you can either write those down, or you can use them as component pieces, with the smartphone being 4, the wallet being 1, and the multi-tool being 3. I think that's fair. So if you want to...
We'll hold on to the smartphone and the multi-tool. The wallet, I don't see what much use we would have for it, but would hold on to it
Yeah.
for now to deal with later.
It's leather, so you can add that as one component piece. So you now have 5. And again, if you want to try to build stuff with component pieces, that's the idea. So that would be your turn as you're searching the dead zombie. Damien, what do you do?
It's just a quick question because I'm looking at the dice. Are we max roll of 99, lowest of 0, or max roll of 100, lowest of 1?
Lowest is generally 1, so 001 would be the lowest one. I believe.
I
Unless you
figured
have...
as much because this is. Yeah, I have a 0 on this die, and I'm like, is that being counted as the actual 0, or is that being counted as a 10?
If
'Cause
it's...
I know different.
Yeah, if it's 000, that's 100, and I think that's the worst case. But 00 and then a 1, that's the best case.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
All right. I don't see any reason to do anything other than I've been trying to do. I'm gonna try and hit him.
Okay. We'll give you...
I'll do it one of these times.
We'll give you advantage because he's basically being grappled by Cam. But if you're there,
Oh,
you can
thank
go
God.
ahead and also roll your attack.
All right. You got a free attack because you rolled so good on your dodge.
Okay, that's what I missed. Yes, I will roll again.
All right, rolling with advantage.
I'm sorry, I missed that.
I
What was
didn't
it?
hit again.
Didn't hit again with 2 of those.
I got an 83 and a 92.
Do you
if this
want
was
to?
D&D, I'd be awesome.
Yeah, you'd have like your
I got the
deity coming
95.
down, wreaking havoc for you. Do you want to try jumping in the van?
My D&D.
Want to do anything else? Because he's so close up with next to Justin, you can move without him like attacking you or anything. If there's anything else you wanted to do while he's distracted.
Yeah. If I'm guessing with that roll, I'm just completely whiffing on him, and in that case, I'm gonna kind of hop in. I'm gonna take my other complex action and hop into the van. And can I take a free action and kind of look around?
Yep, you can roll your perception.
All right, I'm not rolling with those dice anymore. They're being mean. I'll roll with these ones. Let's see if these give me any better. Nope. 89.
Okay. Well, being in the
Jeez,
van,
my
it's
deity would love me.
fairly claustrophobic, or rather cramped. I mean, it's still filled in the back with boxes. If you cleared them out, there'd actually be quite a lot of space in the Sprinter van. In the front, you have 2 seats, and there's enough room for probably 2 or 3 people where the sliding door is open and where it has been unloaded. But apart from that, it looks to be empty. You don't see anything else in the van. Then next up would be Justin or Cam, if you are with us.
I am
I think he is.
Okay. Let me
going to
refresh mine
try
real
and
quick.
stab the zombie again.
Okay. Now, did you roll your extra attack or no?
I did, and I rolled a 98.
Oh, that's not gonna work.
Oh,
So
jeez.
I will try again.
Sorry.
For anybody
Wow.
turning on your cameras, just so you know, we are
Yeah,
recording.
We
cameras.
are live with cameras. So if anyone doesn't want to be on YouTube on your camera, don't turn it on. If you don't care, then whatever.
So
But welcome to the game.
I got a 5, which is under my my excellent.
Okay. If you rolled a critical success, how do you want to kill him?
Just how big would you say the knife is?
The knife is a combat knife. It's like a 6 to 8 inch like
Okay.
Bowie knife.
So through soft tissue under jaw, right up through.
Just the way the KGB trained you.
Exactly.
Mm.
Anti-terrorism. Step 1. Insert the blade. Step 2. Twist.
And then with that, you just snap the zombie down and slides off the blade like butter and just splats onto the ground. Flick the blood off the knife, and you can see Damien jumping into the van just behind you. Anything else you want to do? The 2 zombies are down.
I take it Jack already searched the other zombie.
Yes, and it looks like he's getting up from that. Seems to have gotten a couple things.
I will search this zombie
Okay.
myself.
Okay, so go ahead and roll perception.
Yep, 38. So almost,
For you,
not quite there.
perception. Yeah, I mean, it beats your 70, so you still have success with it. So for you,
Right,
you can
success,
roll.
just not anything else.
Yeah, you can roll a 1d10 on your um, component pieces dice. Yeah, and you also notice on the other half, under his jacket, he also has a leather jacket, which is kind of bloodied a little bit, but he has that shoulder holster, which is designed for a larger caliber pistol, and there is an extra magazine on the other, which is holding for an extra magazine for a 45 caliber pistol, but the pistol is missing. So you'd be able to get
I
that.
do want to say.
I will.
If only it was
I will
9.
inform. I will inform Ravi that there is a under the arm holster and offer the leather jacket to someone else.
Okay.
I do want to say I had a really cool idea of when I jumped in the van. If it got to the next round, I was gonna take the zombie's head, put it in the door, and slam the door shut.
Yeah.
That would have been awesome.
That was my plan.
There's room for
Yeah,
There's
the
room
zombie
for
saw
more
me jump
stuff.
in the van. I'm like, oh, there goes. Oh boy, what's going on? I lost people.
that was Becca. Okay. Revi
Yeah.
disappears. Okay. No. So Justin, how many?
So having grabbed everything.
I was just asking how many component pieces you rolled. Once it works. Okay, so Captain Jack would be next.
Yeah. So he's going to make a dash for the car and get behind the wheel.
Okay, so you want to go in. The door's open.
And
You can
check
get in.
the keys.
You check. Their keys are not there apparently. The keys have been turned off and removed.
Were they on any of the 2 bodies?
Not the one you checked. Actually, I think I also skipped Becca's turn. If Becca is back, what would Becca do?
Sorry, I had to. Oh, I had to. Everything cut out on me. I would turn the volume down on Jackbox, is what I would do. There we go.
Jackbox or
Every time
GroovyBot?
when I leave and come back to. Sorry, GroovyBot. Yeah. Sorry. Yes,
Very-
GroovyBot. When I leave and come back, it has max volume, even if it isn't at max volume.
That's
Okay.
unfortunate.
I'm sorry. Yeah. So all I heard was da-da-da-da. Yeah.
This reminds me of Plaguing.
You already searched the body. I would get the 45 caliber.
Okay, you want to get the extra
bullets, 'cause-
magazine?
Yes, I want to get the
Yeah.
extra magazine
It-
and
It's a magazine holding 15. Sorry, no, it's 45. So 12 45 caliber bullets. It looks to be for a full size handgun of some form.
for shame, it's not a 9. I put it in my bag, and he took the leather jacket already.
He's handing you one. It sounds
were
like, unless
2.
you're giving it to. So who's Cam giving them? Because you took the one from the driver that was on the ground, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
And the other one had a
Yeah,
leather
it was
jacket
just-
as well.
Yeah, it's
I
different
was
brand.
just offering it up
To Becca or to Michael?
to anyone.
To anyone who wants it, I think you said.
So Michael, you're running around to the car. Did you grab it, or are you just leaving it for Becca?
So there's 2 leather jackets. He, let's...
I have a coat on already.
Have armor. The
I
jacket's
just have,
half
like,
armor.
Basic. Yeah, I just have basic stuff on. I don't think I'd have my leather jacket on. Would have left it at home today. For shame.
Leather armor gives you 2,
Yeah.
and it's worth 6.
Sure. If nobody else takes the jacket, he will.
Does Doc has a blade, correct?
Yes.
I asked him if he wants a dual samurai sword. Can sharpen it. I assume my blades is awful. Like
If you
I have to
wanna,
roll a 15.
I can.
If you want to
So
sharpen it, you can use component pieces to sharpen it once you're in the vehicle. If you want to, assuming you like want to
Okay, yeah.
do it in the car, or do you want to try
Is there
to
any?
take a pause here on the sidewalk by the
Okay.
bodies?
I put the okay. I'll put the sword in the car, and I'll see. Is there anything I can do to assist him getting this car started?
Does anybody have mechanics?
I am very good with wires.
Hold on. I'm looking
Knives.
for mine. Where's mechanics?
I has gun.
Under intelligence.
Oh, my intelligence is 30, so no. I'm.
So,
Yes, unless somebody found the keys.
I don't think anybody has.
I check
um,
under the visor of the vehicle, or not? Yeah,
Okay,
flip
so you
visor
open the
down, like,
passenger
keys
seat. Okay. Yeah, roll. Again, they don't have search in here, so perception is what we're going to use. And you can roll with advantage.
And there's no investigation.
I've got a
see.
30.
Okay.
So
It's a mid
excellent.
success. Excellent success.
Mid success.
In the visor, the keys fall down. You found them.
Okay.
Seem to be
I hand
extra.
keys to Damien.
Why,
Damien's in
why
the
you
back
hide keys from
behind
me?
you in the behind the passenger seat.
Oh, I didn't know he was in the back. Who
Yeah,
opened the driver's
Jack
side door?
is-
Sorry.
Yeah, Captain
Jack
Jack.
will be like,
Can I get in the passenger seat in the front?
That's
Yes.
where Cam is.
Yeah,
like,
Doc's in there.
This
Okay,
is a
can I
clown
get-
car.
Can I get like right between them, behind them?
Yeah.
To where like
Yeah,
my head
but
is like
behind
there?
the drivers and passengers, there's like the Sprinter van has like a room for like up to 3 people. So Damien and Revi both can be kind of just behind there, and you can lean in and have like all 4 of you kind of almost up front. But yeah,
so
so if you're
Did we
all
close the doors on the back of the car? By the way.
if you
Yeah.
want to,
Yeah,
we'll
let's
make sure we do.
actually,
Yes.
Yeah.
close the door.
okay. As you're about to close the door, you see another person come running down the stairs that you came from. He's like, "Wait for me!" And it's someone running towards your car.
Drive. We do not have enough supplies for them.
As no matter what's happening, I don't really care.
You're like,
My character's just along for the ride at this point. I want to look through those. You said there's boxes in here.
yes.
I want to see what's in there.
Okay, so
Like,
you're gonna go ahead and look through a little bit of that. As the vehicle is probably about to screech away, you can. What would you? I guess we're just abusing
I-
perception tonight. Go ahead and roll a perception.
Can I?
They're not difficult to open up.
it's just,
Can I-
I passed. I passed. I finally passed.
So
I didn't pass with much. I rolled a 63, but I have proficiency, so I think it's a +5. You said, right?
Yep. Well, proficiency is just flat. So if you rolled a 60, but that's your 60, then you still beat it. But you have to be skilled to get the
Oh.
+5. But it's still enough.
Oh, no, I rolled a 63. Never mind. I didn't pass
Aw.
then.
I mean, you could use some luck if you really want to.
No.
Can I ask the driver if he knows where he's going? And if not, since I'm a hunter, can I say that it is completely possible that I own guns at home and have more ammo?
I will make you
Tell me the
roll.
way.
We'll say yes. You do have it, but it's away from the city. So you want to get back to like a residence where you have more gear. As Damien, what you're doing in the back is you're opening all the boxes, kind of seeing inside for a quick glance, and they have like packaging material and stuff. You open like one of them, and it seems to be just like magazines and stuff, comic books. You close it, go to the next one. You're starting to just open the boxes up, but you haven't really dug through a lot of what's in there. You didn't find anything useful specifically, unless you wanted to use them for, again, component pieces like magazines you can make fires with, or reading materials.
How many component pieces could I grab? Probably just from my skimming. I know I didn't roll very well, but
Roll 2d4.
2d4. Could not see.
And then back in the driver's seat, Captain Jack, are you shaking off? You have this woman, kind of blonde, looked to be like she was trying to cosplay as something, but it wasn't a very good outfit. And she's like, "Wait for me!"
I got 5.
You get 5 more. So,
I'm ready to give directions when you ask for that navigation.
Okay.
Check.
well, it's going to Captain Jack. You hear Cam in the next seat saying, "We'd have no supplies for her." What are you doing? You have the keys. The van started. The doors are closed.
No telling if they've been bitten.
We already have somebody who's been bitten in here. He needs
He's-
medical.
She's running toward
Yeah.
5, 4, 3, 2.
Stuck on the pedal.
The
Drive.
tire screeches, and she like
Take-
slams against the door. It's like, wait! And then you can see who's in the back. No, you're kind of actually in the back opening boxes. So I guess it would be Revy. You're in the back behind the 2 passengers. You look at the door, and on the window where her palm is, she touches it, and as you drive away, just this blood smears across the window. And she's like,
Oh, jeez.
wait! You go
Glad we left.
through the tunnel.
That would have been another Zambi.
So, Michael, I'm going to need you to roll a drive check. I believe it's called drive under instinct.
And I am proficient with drive.
And while he's rolling, is there room for me to maneuver to the back of the vehicle?
Yeah, you can climb in. You're not buckled in, so if you want to kind of swap out, 3 people
Okay,
can be in the back unless you just get rid of some cargo.
Before I do, I checked the glove box for medical supplies.
Um, roll medicine, I guess. I'm just gonna have you roll straight medicine as your yes or no. So you are proficient.
14.
So
So
that is
that's
a massive success.
excellent.
So you find a fully stocked medical kit. You have everything from band-aids and Neosporin up to tourniquets and gauze with quick clot even. Very, very well packed trauma kit.
Let's say it wasn't in the glove compartment, but in like the side compartment. I don't think
Sure.
that would fit in the glove
Yeah,
compartment.
I don't
You
think
open
it'll-
the glove box,
actually,
pull out
it
a
could be very
suitcase.
big
I opened a
glove
bo-
compartment.
Noah opened the box and he threw it and was like junk, and I look at it and go, no, med kit.
It's like, look, someone's trying to be pretend to be a doctor or something. Okay.
So with that success, upon finding med kit, I
You want to
I
start
take a
climbing to
look
the
at
back?
Noah's wounds.
Okay, as you're
Yes.
doing so, the van lurches.
Damien's, sorry.
Yeah, the van lurches as Michael's cranking around a corner as you break out of the tunnel onto, I guess this would be Pike Street if I remember correctly. And there's immediately stopped cars left, right, and center. I'm going to need that drive check from you if you want to try to pull around
28.
the sidewalk. So 28 for you is a massive success. No, it's a normal success. But yeah, you swerve over and there's a bump as you mount the curb and kind of jet past around. And
Seattle traffic.
yeah,
Mhm.
everything is pretty
You know.
much
Yeah, that's actually around the area I live.
people kind of screaming
That
and running
area.
left and right. Now,
Yeah, I know the Pike area.
Now, straight ahead from where you're at, this would be basically 8 blocks straight ahead of you is Pike's Place Market, which is kind of famous location. However, Revy, as you're in the back and almost, I imagine, swapping places with Cam as he's coming back. Do you want to jump in the front?
Yeah, can I do a navigation
Yeah.
check to help
At-
him
at this point,
navigate out of
definitely.
it?
So go ahead and roll your navigation.
Okay. 52. So it's a regular success.
Okay, so you're like, you need to take a left here on 7th, and then as the van
I was sweating bullets there
swerves around
because I
again.
have a 55 instinct.
Michael, you turn down this road and you're making your way towards maybe one of the freeway on ramps, or Becca, would you navigate the van to go back roads or freeways?
I definitely think freeways would be the best way to get there quick without having to deal with large amounts of backed up cars.
Okay, well the cars are backed up in these streets pretty well. However, in the back seat, Damien, you're going through boxes a little bit. You find like there's a packed up tent, like a 10 by 10, folded up tables, lots of tablecloths. Again, lots of comic books in the van in boxes, display shelves, and everything that you might find from like a vendor going to a Comic Con. You don't find any weapons, but you do find quite a bit of component pieces that you can salvage, and I'll let you roll a 3d10.
Oh boy. Okay.
Eric, do you have something?
Come on, all tens.
I rolled a 13 between all three.
I think Eric doesn't have dice. Okay, that's fine. I can beat the zombies.
Eric, get your dice. Eric has dice. We know Eric has dice.
Eric, if you want to roll, can you roll 3d6 for me? Or I can roll 3d6. I've got the
I
rest.
don't like that. No, I no likey.
He's running. Just like, nope.
Can our doctor do the medicine check on him?
Yeah. In the meantime,
Door.
just ran off.
Yeah. So there is an infection chart. Am I at just stage 1 infection, I'm guessing?
Yes.
I failed?
Stage 1.
Okay. I imagine so, which is just regular infection.
You said 3d6, right? Like,
Yes.
I rolled a 5, a 3, and a 1. I'm not sure
That's
for what
nice.
you wanted it for, though.
So
Door, do your medicine.
there's
right
already
now.
cars stopped ahead of you. You're almost to the on ramp. When
Medicine check.
medicine. In the back, you're kind of examining the wound, looking at it to see how bad it is.
49. Success.
Okay. So you pack down the wound. You put in like anti-infection stuff onto it, whatever materials are on there. Damien, you feel relief as this powder you dusts onto it. I'm not sure even what it would be, but the wound seems to be kind of getting better. Now for medicine, I think I forget how much you would roll for healing, so maybe I'll look that up in a little bit. But yeah.
Can I really do
You wanna-
1d4
I have
plus,
to actually,
plus 4.
I have to actually pull it up in the book to see how healing would work. But healing, you get healed a little bit, and you're not sure about anything with the infection, or if there even is an infection, regardless of what the quick reference sheet says. But up in the driver's seat, Revy and Michael, you can see the stopped cars are almost blocking the passageway completely. The road, you're almost to where the on-ramp would be, and it looks like so many cars are kind of trying to merge up onto there, and then there's been some that have been broken, with windshields broken even, and most people have all scattered a little bit, but there are groups of zombies around. You can count 9 different zombies, some in cars feasting, some on the roads, some running around. There's one climbing across the roof of a car and jumping down onto another one, trying to get at people that are kind of about. So far your vehicle is secure, but what do you do?
Can we try to navigate around it?
You can look for it. Yeah, you can roll a navigation check to try to find your way through this. Also, I'll need to know
I dropped a dice in the couch.
I'll need to know from Michael how you're wanting to drive. What's your urgency level on making this car fit through places?
I know we should have grabbed the big 4x4 vehicle. Off-road tire.
We should have just grabbed tank. Why did we not grab the tank? What is wrong with us? We should have.
Was there a tank?
I don't think so.
Quite possibly. Comic-Con, maybe.
You don't remember there being a
Call of
tank,
Duty
but
roll-in tank.
maybe?
There may have been a tank.
Not in Seattle.
No, we need to go back. We need to go get the tank. Let's go. Let's go.
Ah.
That is a joke.
Where's the military surplus store?
It's a long way from Seattle.
Military are us.
Damn it.
No, tanks are us.
Yes, tanks are us. There you go.
Tanks a
Hey.
lot.
In our mall up here, we have mall, and then just a mile up road is military surplus store. Very good.
Exactly. Yeah.
And
We
they
come
sell
from the
live
same- we come
tanks
from
and
the same
everything. So, Michael, how are you driving the vehicle?
We-
The van looks like it's not going to fit through there, but you want to try to push it anyways, or?
I'm going to take a detour.
Down the one-way road. Turn right. The 9 zombies kind of start to look up and give a chase. Becca, if you're trying to navigate from, roll another navigation check.
I fail. I fail.
This is a one-way!
73.
Uh,
Can I instead be like, I don't know where you're going, and shoot out the window?
through the
Just
window?
kind of. Yeah. Well, not through the window, but out the window, like.
Well, you never said window was down.
Yeah. The windows are up, and then in the back it's a sliding door. The window's not openable.
Don't.
Do you want to open the sliding door?
Okay.
No.
No.
No, please do not. The way
No.
I roll, I'll fall out. Please don't.
Okay. So the van is driving into what would be oncoming traffic, except it's a parking lot. Michael, you're having to drive half on the sidewalk for it to be going up. And then what's coming up ahead is a big planter box blocking it. With the bike lane, you can almost squeeze by. Do you want to push through? Or do you want to stop the vehicle and try to go back in reverse? Through back towards the traffic jam. Surrounding you is cars everywhere.
No guts, no glory. Let's do this.
You know, full speed.
Yep.
Roll another drive check with
The airbags are gonna
with
go off.
advantage, as you gun
You
it.
explode, I swear.
How did your campaign end? Well, driver drove us straight into planter box.
Then we go boom.
5.
Break a nicks.
Okay, so that's a critical success. You
Ramp.
burst through it. The whole planter box shatters, and dirt and shards of like ceramic just go everywhere. You hit somebody, and for a moment you're like, "Oh, crap!" But then you realize that as you kind of sheared through the torso, it still crawls after you, like, "Rah!" And you realize you've run over a zombie. You make
Can
it
we roll
to.
damage for that, please?
It's insta kill. I guess if you wanted to roll
But it was
damage,
still
that would
moving.
be devastating. So 2d8 plus 7.
You should roll damage on that. We need to roll damage on this.
Yeah. So, 4. Okay. So 14.
Yeah, that's enough to kill it with one hit. So you kind of like drive
If it was
over it.
still alive, like stop briefly to see if it's shit, it's a zombie.
Reverse.
Crushing its skull and then just driving off. Double tap.
Yeah, and you swerve over the
Yay.
sidewalks that are a little bit bigger on this one. You can see some cars have already tried to do that. There's one vehicle moving ahead of you, and it's kind of like slowly bumping over what looks to be bodies, whether they're zombie or not, you're not sure. But it kind of clears the block. You're able to follow it, kind of get back on, and you might be able to get the freeway on-ramp from the other direction. As you get around the corner towards the freeway, you can see another group of zombies. And Eric, you roll another 3d6 for me.
Bad, Eric. Do not roll.
Rolled poorly. Roll 3 ones. I pay you handsomely. All the Chernobyl radiation you can handle.
I can't hear you actually. Do you have the mute on from here?
Headphone mute.
Oh,
Hold up your fingers. We can't hear you.
ya. Just hold up what you rolled.
So 1. Is it all ones?
13?
3?
13.
13.
I see a
I see
They're
the
so
4.
pretty, but I can't
Yeah.
see the other numbers. But we'll say 13 because that looks like
Yeah,
a
we
good
can't see
number.
them.
Lucky 13. There are 13 zombies, which you're the only moving vehicle from this point, and they stop feeding on these bodies on the ground, and they start to rush towards you.
Box truck probably not take a lot more damage. Try to avoid them, please. Also, keep steady. We are not in the rodeo.
So Michael, you're on the gas pedal. What do? You want to try to slam on the gas and burst your way through and try to make it to the freeway, or do you want to try to find alternate route? You have a left or a right. I guess it'd be a left actually, because I think where I'm thinking of it goes up over the overpass.
Let's go for the freeway.
So you just hit the gas pedal and drive. We'll need another drive check.
5.
Come on, you can do it.
And then for Noah, I will need you to roll a immunity check again, please.
Oh, jeez.
Oh no.
We're gonna go with this boy and this boy. Okay.
Okay.
35.
Okay, so 35 for you. That is a pass, just barely.
Passed.
So you begin to break into kind of a sweat in the back, and you can feel whatever medicine that I was gonna say Door had put on you is starting to
Door.
Dr. Door.
He's starting to do it's working its magic, and you can feel maybe saving your life for all you know. But then Michael, what did you roll?
I got 25.
Okay, so that's a success. So you floor it. There's no way around it. Either are going to hit cars or you're going to hit zombies. You have an obvious choice. You swerve to the left, crunch. You swerve to the right. You bust the bumper and the side, the turn signal lights and everything, and the headlights on a car that's just not enough room. You scrape past it. For Revy, the side glass with the blood handprint on it cracks. Doesn't shatter, but cracks as it like hits and squishes between two cars and forces itself through. There's another sickening crunch as you mount another two of the zombies. On the other side of the car, the driver's side, 3 bodies kind of thud into it, and you can see through the windows these warped faces and zombies clawing at the door. I will need to have who's in the back there. We'll have Damien. You can roll a dodge with advantage, just to represent the car. I don't have stats for the car right now, so as they try to
Comic relief right now. I didn't know the on-ramp had speed bumps.
Alright, dodge with advantage. Let's go!
Yep.
I got a 7.
Okay, perfect. So they don't even crack the glass. They're like the head and skull of one just kind of hits it, and it's like thunk. But the window holds strong, and as Captain Jack swerves the wheel, you're doing a hard right turn to get onto the southbound I-5. Immediately you see that the roadway is completely backed up with cars on here. Someone's crunched up ahead, but you just force the van through. You hit that car and knock it out of the way. The van's not going to be running for super long, but you don't need it to be. And you just floor it, make it onto the on-ramp. There's a lot of obstacles here in the Seattle corridor as you cut through. You have a couple exits before you kind of get back onto open road. But all around you, as you begin to pick up speed and get to 30 miles an hour, 35, 40, then 45, and before you know it, you're cruising at a good 60 miles an hour, and the obstacles have all kind of disappeared. Everyone looks through the back of the van window, and you can see as the sun's going down over the Emerald City of Seattle, fires are now starting to be erupting from some of the high tower buildings, and just screams of the populace is erupting in the background. but you have made your escape from Seattle. And
I have
that's
a small armory back at my place. We should go there.
Yes.
that will be where we end this game. So
We
ends
lived, and
the
now we
Seattle
live.
zombie game.
Maybe.
So
Poor
you
Noah.
You live until the nighttime where I actually become a zombie and eat all of you.
yeah, well, it looks like you're gonna recover and fight off the Z virus this time.
Nice.
But yeah, thank
So,
you all
Little
for
do you know, I carry anti-venom.
the antidote and cure, and also the cause. But don't tell nobody.
So one of my thoughts were, great, you have a small army, let's get that stuff. Then let's find a military base, get a fucking great vehicle just to crunch things.
So
Tanks
Yeah.
don't go very fast. They
Oh
only
no,
go
I wasn't
about
thinking tank. I was thinking
35
a
at
more
most.
big, sturdy, bulletproof vehicle.
like a one
Yeah.
of those armored cars.
Tanks
Can go
the transport
fast.
cars.
I don't know if
Yes.
you've ever seen like videos
Yeah.
of full on like M1 Abrams.
Maybe
They
one of them
go
with
I
the
didn't
fast.
realize that those
turret
things
on it.
move.
They're nuclear powered nowadays. Like they can go. So,
Yeah.
anyways,
Those things can just.
Yeah.
All right.
35
Well-
miles per hour is pretty fast for
Yeah.
a tank.
yeah, I'm gonna end the recording. It's a couple hour video, 1 minute 50 some seconds, minutes. So we'll obviously stay and hang out and chat. But for anyone who does end up watching this, join our group, follow us on YouTube, join the Facebook,
Yeah.
run games, play
Join
with
a
us.
game.
Over here.
Bye.
We have some
Scribble.